it took me a second, like I went off course and I was like, wait a second, I'm the leader for the next race. And I got pretty excited. I am Ash Duban. I am from Austin, Texas, and I ride for Affinity Cycles. My strategy kind of differs every race depending on who I'm against and what my goal is, but I'm mostly a solo rider. So in Brooklyn, I actually had a teammate. She would only be around for one race, so she was working for me. We attacked and countered a bit throughout the race, mostly at the last half, and unfortunately she crashed going into one to go, so I kept looking back, but I was like, I gotta keep going. Tried to hold off whatever I could, and it ended up being a sprint, and Ainara took me. London was a very different race. Having an Olympic athlete that you're racing with is a totally different level. So I was kind of far back, and on like 10 wheels, I saw like a gap starting to form up the road. But I'm like, if I don't go now, then there's no race left. And then after 2 laps, I think Ainara, her wheel was low. And we were working, and it wasn't very long before like Danny countered one of us and just destroyed our group of 3. We ended up working together. So I finished the race and I got 3rd after a sprint with Jasmine. Now I have a big target on my back. It's even worse when you're wearing all red, I guess. I wanted to hold on to it. It was kind of a bit of a downfall for me in Barcelona because I focused too much on trying to maintain that and not just winning the race. My strategy kind of changed in Milan, where I really focused on like trying to be up there. And I didn't know exactly who was up there. I knew it was like a really small group. I saved energy, like played it smart, and I think I rode a pretty good race. I mean, I would have liked to be on the podium, but it doesn't always happen. But to win the series is a pretty big deal. So I think there's something to be said about Austin, Texas racers. I mean, I live 2 miles from Sammy and Tristan. It's just kind of a community. We all ride together, train together, like friends. We've developed this skill set, I think, that just kind of works. And it's really cool to see friends and people you're with all the time like do super well on like an international stage. And I told Colin he wasn't allowed to come home if he didn't keep the jersey.